Hey folks, welcome to my channel Number Pen. So there we have the problem on the screen. Differentiate the following: y equals e to the power x cos x, right? So we have again more than one function in y. So what I mean more than one function is we have got a basic e to the power function, and then we have an x cos x function as well, which is a product of two functions, right? So it looks like we will have to solve this by the method of substitution. So what is that substitution that we can make in order to reduce our expression y to a much simpler function? What is that particular substitution? I would say it is u equals x cos x, right? Because x cos x is a product of two functions whose derivative we will work out. I do the substitution of x cos x equals u, my y reduces to e to the power u, right? So there I have y equals e to the power u. My u equals x cos x. I go to my next step. I work out what is my dy by du. My dy by du is nothing but dy du of e to the power u, which we know from first principles, it is again e to the power u, right? So we have dy by du. Let us highlight it in a yellow color. And then I have my u equals x cos x, right? So in order to find my dy by dx, I will need dy by du, and I will also need du by dx, right? And then I apply the chain rule and arrive at my final answer, right? So when my u equals x cos x, then I have a product of two functions. Function 1 is x and function 2 is cos x, right? Now, how do I arrive at du by dx, right? Folks, by now, all of you must be quite familiar with the product rule. So I'm not going to explicitly write the formula out here in this particular problem, but I'm going to do it stepwise, right? So my product rule states when I have a product of two functions, my first part of the derivative is function 2, I retain it as it is. I do a d by dx of function 1, right? What is my function 1? My function 1 is x and function 2 is cos x, right? And then I retain my function 1 and then I do a d by dx of my second function. And what is our second function here? It is cos x, right? So I do d by dx of cos x, right? Go to the next step. And we will not have much of a difficulty here because we're quite familiar with derivative of the basic functions which we have on our screen. So d by dx of x is 1. So my first part of the du by dx is cos x. And then I know my d by dx of cos x is a minus sine x, right? So I have a minus sine x here. And remember, we still have an x along with the sine x, right? So my answer to du by dx is cos x minus x sine x. So I'm going to highlight that in green, right? So now we have du by dx, we have dy by du. So I'm going to go write down what is my dy by dx, and the rule that I'm going to be using here is the chain rule, right? And what is my dy by dx? My dy by dx is nothing but dy by du into du by dx, right? And therefore, I know what is my dy by du, and I'm going to pick it up from the yellow expression which we have highlighted above. And we know what is our du by dx as well. And I'm going to pick it up from the green expression which we highlighted in the earlier step, right? So my dy by du is nothing but e to the power u And then my du by dx is nothing but cos x minus x sine x, right? So that is what we have. But then I have my answer in terms of u and x, right? And when we've been asked to find dy by dx, I'm expected to represent my final answer in terms of x. So I put back my u as x cos x because that's the original substitution that we made. And rest of the answer remains as it is. Cos x minus x sine x, right? So there we have our final answer. Let me highlight this in pink. So our final answer to this problem is e to the power x cos x into cos x minus x sine x, right? So I hope you found this content useful. Please do subscribe to my channel and support. Thank you.